Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How is everybody doing today? Good morning, good morning, good morning from India. General Motors, GM. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, good stuff. So, NERV and BPMX, they don't look as good as they did when I first started kind of putting these on there. So they've kind of changed a little bit. So probably not going to be the best plays anymore, but we can still talk about them. So we'll start here with NERV. So yesterday was a stock that squeezed up yesterday pre-market. That's actually kind of what we said. There's a strong possibility it would happen. It would go through a big squeeze and then end up fading out, and it's kind of rolling over here pre-market. So I'm going to say this is probably not going to perform the best. Earlier, it had a small little kind of green push to the upside, and that gave the appeal that it could have a squeeze day. So kind of like the way it was looking then, not so much now. But if you can short a stock, or if this is still, I don't know if it is, it doesn't look like it is, but maybe TD Ameritrade will still have shares to short on this. If they do, today there might be a nice or a decent short play you could get yourself involved with on NERV today. But that's really all I have for you there on that. Next one, BPMX, we can go over pretty quick. So BPMX started with a nice spike, was consolidating over the VWAP. Now that it's broken down the VWAP, it no longer looks as good. It's still into sort of a demand zone where, some traders might be willing to buy it. But chances are I'm not really crazy about this either. But it's still going to be on watch. If it can hold here, bounce, and then reform into some good formation, then yeah, it might be still worth watching. But at this point, the fact that it's broken the VWAP kind of started sliding a bit, not as crazy about it anymore. Okay. PHUN, I'll take a look. Yeah, I would love to be 5 for 5. That would be good. Hello from Ireland. Hello. Let me take a look at PHUN. Yeah, PHUN not really, just really spiking up this morning. Yeah, I really can't get behind trying to trade that. There's really nothing there. Interesting. Don't know why it's spiking either. An extremely low volume. Yeah, I'll probably pass on that. Needs more time. Riot was another one that was up. So Riot's really been picking up just because Bitcoin's been doing well again. I want to say that's a big part of it. But there's really not much here. It just had a nice push up to 425, which is resistance. Now it's sold back down. So yeah, maybe there's a little bit of a move to the upside, some small bouncing. But there's not a whole lot of volume. So there's really not a ton of momentum behind the stock right now. So if you take a look at yesterday, how Riot traded, this is what you could expect today, right? If it trades, on a good day or even a bad day, this is the type of volume and the type of moves you can expect to see. So nothing too drastic, nothing too fast or volatile. So this is more of like an intraday swing trading type stock, not really momentumous, but yeah, you could watch it. I think there's maybe a little bit of move coming, but not much. Yes, so AGN getting bought out by ABBV. So yeah, AGN, Allegrin, is that how you pronounce it? Yeah, Allegrin is getting bought out by ABBV today, or well, not today, but that's a talk. They're getting bought out. So there's a huge move up in AGN today. ABBV is down to about $70. You probably want to watch ABBV for a swing trade. The fact that it touched $70, actually just a bit below 70, touched about $69 today, started bouncing. ABBV is now on watch for a swing trade. Same as ACB. ACB also got down to like in the $7 area with the bullish divergence into a demand zone. That one's also on watch for swing trade entries right now. Probably should have already entered, but anyways. So let's talk about GLD here. Just want to touch here. So gold, again, up a little bit more today, still moving in the upwards direction. So again, just touching on gold real fast. Gold's broken out now. We made a video. I think the video was made on June 5th. Yeah, it was made on so 20 days ago, I made a video regarding gold saying it's probably time to buy gold. So to those of you that jumped in on that train, congratulations and good job. Kudos to you. And something else that you might want to consider getting yourselves involved with is silver. Silver's at a low price right now too. It's been moving up, not as fast as gold. It lags gold, but it has been starting to trend higher. It's at a fair price, so that might be something else you guys are interested in trading as well. Some silver, maybe SLV. SLV is an ETF that I use, but regardless, you might be interested in that as well. Copper as well. Let's see. Life savings in gold. I love it. I love it. So yeah, anyways, not too much going on other than that. I mean, I could sit here and try and pull something out of my you know what, but there isn't really anything too much to talk about. Market in terms of S&P 500, market's still really above the 293, so it's basically above and or at the same price it was when the Feds came out and spoke last Wednesday. So we're holding right above support as we probably should. So there's really not much going on. The volatility is pretty slow. If you look at the VIX is going to be down. I mean, not really down, but it's at 15, so it's really not too high. So we're not seeing drastic fluctuation in stocks from day to day. I mean, Netflix is at a high. It's at resistance. Facebook's relatively high at some resistance. I mean, I could keep going, but I mean, there's really not too much to talk about. Since we had our recent last pullback in the market, right? Or let me take a jump back here. This pullback here, right? All the stocks became cheap. They're all at good dip buy opportunities. They've all bounced now. They're all at somewhat of a resistance or into a consolidation zone. So right now, it's things are just kind of slow. CZR today, so that's Caesars from yesterday. I followed it a little bit in the morning, then it was kind of boring. I figured it probably would be, but it was worth mentioning. Had one decent move. What do I think about it today? It actually, just based on the last little candle, it kind of gives it a little bit of a curl. Generally speaking, this is a big gap. So at some point, this price action will probably come back down to $10 to fill the gap. Whether it happens today, tomorrow, in a couple days, not sure. But more likely than not, we'll see Caesars come down to fill that gap to the downside. Alexander Mikhail. I don't personally trade Bitcoin, so I wouldn't know for sure. But last time I traded, I didn't remember. It didn't have that big of a bad of a spread from what I remember. Amit, yeah, I mean you can follow every single trade that I make if you choose to. You don't generally find a whole lot of success. I mean, you do, but you don't by following somebody else's trades. And the reason being is because when a trader makes a trade, there's more that goes on in the head than does just from the charting and the technical side. So even when I see a trade I like, the setup could look like it's something I've done before, or it looks nothing like what I've done before, but I just have a feeling, and I know based on what I've been seeing and how the price action's been moving, that this move will probably occur. And if you don't understand the same things I understand when I'm looking at a trade, then you're never going to be able to trade for yourself, and that's the main goal, to be able to trade for yourself. So yeah, you can follow along, see all the trades that are made, and you can really learn from them. A lot of people state that they learn very quickly when they watch someone doing live trades over and over and over, winning and losing. So you'll probably learn far faster than just doing it on your own. But we do mention swing trades every once in a while that we are probably going to take. But yeah, other than that, join us if you may. Will probably be your most affordable option for a chat room with with what we provide amongst many people. But enough on the selling there, right? Am I aware of Earnings Whisper? Yep, I've used Earnings Whisper for a long time, not because I think they're the greatest thing ever, but because I like the way they format their Twitter picture for earnings releases. They just give you the company logo in an easy to look and understandable manner, so that's why I like it. BYND, yes, we will definitely take a look at that. MU, I will not trade today. If anything, MU will be traded tomorrow after they release their earnings. Beforehand, I never worry about it. So one thing I'll touch on in AMD is AMD had what's called a stop loss kind of day buyback. So this red dotted line right here around 29 was a good short spot for a quick trade because there's a lot of stop losses getting triggered below 29. So there's a lot of selling there. But wherever there's stop losses, there's normally buyers. So a lot of institutional buyers came back in and started buying up AMD yesterday below 29, which is where the stop loss triggering level was located. So a lot of stop losses went in, which allowed institutional buyers to start buying at a good price. As you can see, we had a very bullish reversal, and then we had a very bullish squeeze and curl back up over 29. So, yeah, today there might be a bounce on it. And the reason, and it was a 5-minute chart or is it a 4-hour chart? It's a 4-hour chart. So if you look at it, yesterday I think I even mentioned to potentially watch for a bounce on AMD. It didn't quite bounce. It kind of dipped and came back. But it's possible there's a small push to the upside today. And the only reason I would say so is because it went below 29 and got bought up very strongly below 29. So as long as it stays above 29, it does have a little bit of hope that it can bounce a bit today. So it's worth keeping an eye on. BYND, would BYND be is today the day that BYND actually bounces? Now, it's hard to say so. I think it's still a little premature, but I was watching it. I'd lie to you if I didn't say I was going to be watching it thinking it might bounce, because it might. Do I think it's still a little bit premature for the bounce that I would like? Yes. But am I not going to watch it? No. You know, it's kind of like Dumb and Dumber, right? When I can't remember who his name was as the character, but he was trying to get with he really liked the lady with the red hair in Dumb and Dumber, and by gosh, she was not going to go out with him. But she said that the chance of them dating was like 1 in some odd billions, but he was still hopeful. He said that there was a chance, right? So you're telling me there's a chance. There is a chance. It could bounce. So I'm going to watch it, but I still think it's a bit premature. So that's just it. I'm not even going to go into that. That's just not too much detail for now. But yeah, BYND, it might bounce. I still think it's a little bit premature. So maybe there's a small little pop day, but I don't think it's the full-on bounce day. So we'll watch it. Mary Swanson. Yeah, Mary. That's what it was. So you're saying there's a chance. So you're telling me there's a chance. So yeah, Roku. What about Roku? Roku had a pretty big down day yesterday. So we did mention, I don't know if we put that on the stream. Did we put that on the live stream? I can't remember, but we've been pretty accurate lately. But Roku, yes, pretty decent down day. Then it got bought up pretty strong. Now it's back down. I mean, you know, what do you want to do with this? Do you want to be short on it? Probably. So I think it's probably best to stay short bias on Roku for right now, and at least until this gap here is filled. So at least until about 93. So for myself, I'm going to remain short bias on Roku down until about 93. So today I'll probably continue watching it short, right? We bounced, hit VWAP area, came down, and now we're kind of trickling down here pre-market. So still going to follow it for a short play. And if you do, you know, obviously do note that there was a really strong bounce at about 99, a bit below 99. So if the price action of Roku comes down into about 99, might be a bounce there today, right? So do keep that in mind. Also, if it gets below 99, it could have a really fast sell-off because a lot of people bought yesterday at 99. So a lot of times people have stop losses just below their entry, right? So if they entered yesterday at 99, they got stop losses below 99. This goes below 99. It's going to trigger a bunch of stop losses, which is going to add to the selling pressure. If the added selling pressure is going to cause a fast move down. So some things to think about. Trading books. Read The Intelligent Investor. I mean, that's a really good one. I still have to finish that book. I got carried away and then stopped reading. But The Intelligent Investor is a really good book. Wow. Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. God, I should just make my own book so I could recommend my own book one day. Anyways, Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas, Intelligent Investor. There's another one I'm reading on market cycles that's okay, so I probably won't even recommend that one. How to Day Trade by Andrew Aziz is pretty good. That's not bad. But I would start with Intelligent Investor and Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. Trading in the Zone will teach you psychology, psychology of the mind, in a trade. And then Intelligent Investor is more along the lines of investing. So yeah, it can, Ronnie. Your question about different. So like every time, like look at this, like Baba, Baba's a Chinese company, but it's also traded in the American market. So I don't know if you can see this, but anytime you guys look at a stock on Thinkorswim, and you look next to their name, if they have ADR next to it, that means that it's a company that's usually based outside of the country, the United States, at least on Thinkorswim from my understanding. So like Alibaba, if you look at BIDU, it's going to be an ADR. If you look at, what was that one? AMRN, I think, is one. ADR, yep, ADR. So these are usually companies that are based out of different countries. They're still traded on our market, so you're not even actually trading. What is it? I'll say this incorrectly because it's been a while since I've learned it. But yeah, you're not even actually trading the actual company when you trade these, to be completely honest. You think you are, but you're actually not. Just an FYI. Go ahead. Yeah. Yep. So, what about Tesla? Again, for me, Tesla is neutral. And you guys, I think for those of you that were on yesterday, you would have heard me say pretty much the same thing, that it was neutral, where I didn't really anticipate we'd get any dramatic moves. We'd probably just kind of stay where we're at. And again, it's still the same thing. Still neutral on Tesla. We're probably going to stay. Right now, we're just going to be trading within this zone. Right? We're going to be in between this zone from high to low. So from 229 to 215 area, we're going to be in this zone for quite some while. This channel, right? It needs to form more, right? We either need to push up, pull back, higher low, then we'd be setting up for a breakout, or we need to roll over, bounce, roll over again, descending triangle breakdown formation. So it needs to trade more within this high-low range to give us more formation before you're going to have more of a big move on this stock. Anything else is just going to be smaller intraday plays on that. let's see, 854. Yeah, well, anyways, I got to run, guys. Got to get back. So I know there wasn't, we talked about a couple things today. There's usually not, today's kind of slow. Yesterday was like a $200 day, so nothing dramatic, but I don't care. I love money, so anything green is always good. Take what you can get. But we're doing well. I mean, I've basically been making money every single day because gold's been going up every single day, so that's been a plus. Yeah, I've owned gold for, I don't know, year and a half, 2 years now, silver for 2 years now, anticipating this move. And it was funny because it was like the other day I looked into one of my retirement accounts and I'm like, I have like $3,000 just doing nothing, just sitting there. I like opened it up for a long time, like, wow, why do I have $3,000 not being used? That's stupid. Well, what should I do? Nah, I'll put it in gold because why not? I was like, should just put it all in gold because we're probably going to have a recession soon, so gold should start moving soon. So I put it all in gold, literally, like, I can't remember, it was like at like 120 or one. It was literally like the most perfect buy for the situation, and then it just starts ripping. So I was happy about that. So we're doing well on gold. Silver, we're making a little bit on, nothing too dramatic because, yeah, I think I only own, of this one, I own 600 shares of SLV in one account. So it's nothing too dramatic, but it's a decent chunk of money I think I got in silver right now. But anyways, enough said. With that being said, guys, I will see you guys all tomorrow for another stream. And then we'll see how today fares on trading. Again, I don't think I'm going to try and press too hard. I want a nice, just easy green day. No heart attacks, okay? All right, guys, take care. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning for another stream.